Welcome to today's solution overview session. Today I'm here to give you an overview of the Fortras Webdocs document management and workflow solution. Today's session is meant to be a high-level overview, so if you would like to see a more in-depth after watching this video here today, you can always schedule a live one-on-one demonstration with us so we can go more in-depth around your business use cases. The Webdocs document management and workflow solution offers a variety of functionality to help you in your business use cases. The core solution is a secure, rights-based document repository. And built into the document repository is a workflow system to help you enforce any document-based process you want to enforce for your company's either compliance or regulatory efforts or just departmental process needs. The solution has a fully built-in REST API to help you with any of your integration needs. If there are IBM-I-based integration needs, server-based needs, or also cloud-based needs. Now, the document management solution is no good without being able to get documents into it to manage. So Webdocs comes with a variety of server-based applications to help automate some of the capture of documents into the system, and also user interactive processes to allow users to capture documents via scanning, dragging and dropping, and interacting directly from Outlook, Word, and Excel. Now, what we will not be covering today is some of the other functionality for around some of the deeper automation capabilities that Webdocs can offer. So Webdocs also has other modules that can be added on, like RPA automation, to be able to enforce and bring in documents from email capture, from website captures, and things like that. And then we also offer the Webdocs Intelligent Capture solution that does OCRing, classification, and data extraction for invoices, orders, and claims. So there's some other modules that can be added onto it, for deeper levels of automation. But today we're going to cover what the core solution looks like from the product standpoint. All right, I'm going to get into the live demonstration here. Now, I'm going to start with the Webdocs solution itself. The Webdocs solution itself is a browser-based solution. Security can either be Webdocs enabled, so you can actually manage the users into the Webdocs system, and it can also be an user ID and password-based enablement to Active Directory. So you can actually connect it to Active Directory so they can sign on with their credentials from Active Directory. The security is handled inside of Webdocs still. For our compliance and regulatory purposes, we handle all the security inside of our system and configuration with our easy-to-use interface, which I'll be showing here a little bit later. The Webdocs system is an on-prem system, so you can load it in your servers. It is a cloud-enabled solution for us as well, meaning that when you purchase that license, if you want to run that on-prem in your four walls, or if you have a data center that is cloud-based, AWS, Azure, or something like that, you can load that in that environment too. All the APIs that we use are RESTful-based, so they're web-based APIs, and then the clients connect to them via the web interface or web capabilities, and then users will interact through the web browser interface. So there's zero footprint from a user standpoint to be able to view, access, and approve documents in the solution. Now, I'm going to log in as an admin here so I can sort of show you the user-based rights and some of the admin capabilities here. From an admin standpoint, quickly, we all web-based administration, and again, we can do all the administration configuration from here, set up the authentication, users, groups, permissions. Permissions, again, are held in our system, so we can actually set up those different kinds of permissions for different kinds of users and groups inside the system to be able to have access or deny access to those certain groups. So all that is done through the interface here. Now through the structure of the Webdocs system, right? If I'm a user and log into the system, there's two paths a user can normally take when they're working inside of a document management system like Webdocs. Is that the first path could be searching for documents, and the second path might be, hey, I need a workflow document that I need to approve and review. So from a searching standpoint, we offer some really nice search integration inside of here to be able to do a couple different things, right? So we can actually do what we call save searches inside of here through our quick search function. So you can do a quick search by entering a value inside of here and then being able to search for it. We have some folder search options, some document type search options if you want to get more granular. We have some advanced filter search if you want to, even to get more granular yet with some of those search functions. So we do have some of those capabilities here to be able to do more high-level searching or more granular searching. But however you get to the search function and get your document or document list back, in this case it's a packet of information that's involved with this with that, in this case PO number, I can then click on a document inside of here. And this is going to be what I have access to do. Since I am an admin, you're going to see all these different functions here. But I can limit these different functions here up on top depending on the user or the group inside the system. We have the general tab, which is going to give us the indexing information. We have the history, version control, notes, secure notes inside of here, so you can put secure notes on things. And then you see here on this right-hand panel, we have the document view. So in-browser viewing, which is really nice. So there's no plugin that's required for the browser to be able to view these documents inside of here. So they can view the documents directly in the application. They can annotate on these documents. They can sort. They can reorder. So we have all these different functions here in this panel or this toolbar here that they can access. They can put comments on things. This one's a big one too, is redaction. Someone wanted to redact something on there and send it out, they could do redaction on it. And then the annotation capability, if someone wanted to do highlighting or needed to write on the document or put a rubber stamp on the document, they can put a rubber stamp on the document. So they can do different things like that, to the document itself. Again, retaining the audit and version control of the document, so we're always maintaining the version and audit control of it. And then they can also do like sticky notes and all that good stuff here too. So if they wanted to put a sticky note onto it and put text onto it and stuff like that, you have that capability here as well. So some really nice in-browser features from the access standpoint that you can do then. So we do have that capability there. Now that's from the view standpoint. Now if I'm a user and I want to be able to come in and access the workflow, Webdocs does have a workflow module that is built into it. This workflow module can be configured for any kind of departmental process or document type process inside of here. And the nice thing about it, it's a visual designer. So I can create a route step inside of here. I can draw my input to this route step. I can draw my output from this route step and double click on that step and then add a user and give it some information here. And then also some different kinds of security and privileges for that different route step for any of the users that might be associated to it. So you can do those different things. Email notifications if they want email notifications. And then also expiration, time limit expirations. So I can set up time limit expirations from that standpoint to say, hey, it can only sit at a step for so long. So this is a way to be able to sculpt the process and remove any of the digital bottlenecks inside of a process that could occur. Now, from a user standpoint, again, they can get notifications that come to them. So if they get a notification that comes up, they can get that notification. To be able to click a link and be able to get into it. And they're also going to have an inbox. And they're going to have an inbox, a single inbox, or they could have multiple inbox depending on what kind of processes they might be part of or how they want to view the information. Now, if they want to view the information all from one inbox, they can do that. Otherwise, we do have some nice features inside of here to be able to separate things out into their own process inboxes or departmental inboxes, depending on how those workflows are set up. But this is a really nice feature there to be able to give that user that capability. Now the approval process here is also visual, right? So we can see the document here, that we can see the index information. We can add to that index information if you have the proper securities, and then you can do your different things with your approvals here, depending on your capabilities inside the solution. So you can set up and configure those to be able to, either approve them, or they might need to reject them, or they might need to update something inside of here, or add something even at that point. So you do have that capability. So those are sort of the two different functions inside of the application. Now, again, like I said earlier, Webdocs is no good without not having ways to get things into it, right? So the first way to be able to get things into it is more on an automated function, right? So we give you a copy of what we call our Deliver Now system that can be loaded on the Webdocs server or on a server by itself, depending on your volume that you want to push through it. But this is going to allow you, and it's all web browser administration again to the server. It's going to allow you to give you the capability to monitor different systems. Now, it does have two different systems types it can monitor. We give you what we call the directory monitoring capability, but does have an IBMI output monitor or output queue monitor as well, that you can purchase as an extra add-on. But we do give you the directory monitor capability, so you can monitor IFS directories, server directories, and stuff on your network, and then set up those sources, which would be folders in those cases, right? And then from a destination standpoint, we can copy those into Webdocs system. Now, we do use what we call the file naming convention for indexing. So when you do create those files out into the network folder, we would require you to have some kind of certain naming convention or folder structure to be able to import those in. So that is a method to be able to do some of those automations or bulk imports if you want to from that standpoint. So we do have that capability there. The other option here, I'm going to go back into the Webdocs system, is from a user standpoint. So we do give users the capability to be able to upload documents into the system through the browser upload. So no applications needed to be installed. They can just go into their folders or folder that they have access to, and they're only going to see things that they have access to. And it's more like a wizard kind of feel, saying, hey, what kind of document are you going to upload? Where's your document at? And here's the information you need to fill in and what's required. So we can do different things like that from a user standpoint with the browser upload function. So we have a lot of users using that function remotely and stuff like that if they need to be able to connect and pull in. Now, we do have other capabilities inside the solution. One of our most highly used utilities is our tray capture utility. This allows you to scan documents in directly if you have a direct attached scanner, or even more importantly, if you have a file or something in a folder that you need to be able to take those documents and process them into the system, you can take it and drag it and drop it over this utility if it's an electronic document. And it can be an audio, video, picture, doesn't make a difference. We're non-proprietary, so we can house any kind of document in the system and capture those documents and manage them in their entirety inside the system in its life cycle. So we do have that capability there to be able to do those different functions. Now we have scanning capability. So if you have a lot of bulk scanning functions that you need to be able to do, we have scanning capability as well that allow you to scan batches of documents into the system. So this could be invoices. This could be a lot of times, documents that you control the formats on are really nice to be able to set up automation around, like, packing slips and bill of ladings and stuff like that. So you can process those into the system and then even use OCR to extract barcodes and values off the document too, and then be able to set those up inside of the application. And then we also have, and last of all, is the capability around the Microsoft Office tools. So through Microsoft Word, Excel, and Outlook, we can capture documents using the Webdocs tab. So in this case, it could be an email that you want to capture. I want to capture this, this email with this attachment. I can hit the Save as New button here, and it's going to pop open. And where do I want to save it at? So you have that capability there. Or if I'm working on an Excel document, or if I'm working inside of a Word document on a contract and I want to be able to save it and route this through a workflow, this does give you that capability to save, route, and push those documents through different kinds of processes like that to be able to push them through. That's the end of today's overview demonstration. I just want to thank everyone for joining me here today. Have a great rest of your day. And again, if you have any questions or would like to see a more in-depth demonstration, feel free to reach out to us and schedule that with your representative.